Hi guys, my name is Noni Madikela. Welcome to the Non M podcast. So today is the 20th of May 2025, and here we are. We are dealing with the Senzo Meyiwa case and the things that are happening in the Senzo Meyiwa case. Well, South Africa, my daughter. South Africa, our South Africa. One thing that I could say when it comes to the morning session of today, the 20th of May 2025, in the Senzo Meyiwa case, what Mnisi did to Gininda, it can never be undone. What Mnisi did to the state case, it can never be undone because hell no. And I am so happy with how he is moving. Me, very happy with Mnisi. Guys, the Western Cape is very cold. It's very cold, guys, under these mountains of Western Cape, okay? There's a lot of them, and it's very cold. Yeah, so we are wearing jackets. Okay, Sila, over jacket. So, Mnisi crashed Ukinida today, guys. Like, all the dreams that he had about this case, the awards that he was thinking he still is going to get, if he got any awards, son, nah, he's an embarrassment. He's an IO of embarrassment. Me, I wouldn't want any association with such a person because, he is embarrassing our department. In fact, at this rate, if his minister Mchunu is listening to this case, or someone needs to listen to this case from his department, they need to listen to this case because So Mnisi, what he did today, he crushed Ginida where it hurts the most. The Zungu senior statement, Absalom Zungu statement, he crushed him. As if that was not enough, because Mnisi went step by step into making sure, do you know it Colgate? Okay, not even Colgate. Let's make an example with my lip gloss. Ne? When because it's there at the end, this lip gloss, you do this with the lip gloss. You keep doing this, and then you get here because now there's no longer too much of it. Mnisi is here with Ugininda. He is doing this with Ugininda. He's doing this with Ugininda, and he is not impressed Ugininda with Mnisi because uyamqudisa wenze izophuma ngenkani nyani. You are going to tell the bloody truth. You are going to Mnisi is here doing this. You are going to tell the bloody truth. Guys, if you know this, guys, the people that do this lip gloss, I love it. So now that I already do this with the lip gloss, you better sponsor me. You better sponsor. It's beautiful. Look at my lips. It's beautiful. So Mnisi is doing that to Ginida. Uyamqudisa kubi, guys. And he not only did Mnisi deal with Ugininda, he dealt with the state case entirely. Even Baloyi's dreams regarding this case, from babing it from lower court to upper court, the way he is here with this case, Ubaloyi, I swear, if it goes to SCA, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there for SCA, Ubaloyi, the way he is the case. He is gonna be there for SCA. He will want to go and represent it himself for SCA. And he ruined their day to day because at some point Ubaloyi got up and was talking a lot. No, it was Mngomezulu that he brought up this statement. We know as law officers that we are not supposed to bring hearsay. Why was it part of the evidence? Why did it form part of the evidence if it was not supposed to be there to begin with? Why is the entire case in the courtroom? Because the entire case is based on hearsay. And then he wants to speak like that? How dare he? How dare Baloyi? How dare you? You want to say that, but the entire case is based on that? Really? Really? Now he wants to drag Mr. Mngomezulu, who's late. Even that judge, they are busy dragging Gomez that it was his fault. Why did he have that document to begin with? Why did it form part of the evidence? Because it's hearsay and you had no reason to call him. Why bring it up to speed? Why was it there? If you had no intentions with that, why was it there? Why was also Gininda kept on mentioning on these people, but they were. I never heard Baloyi saying, don't talk about hearsay to Gininda. I've never heard Baloyi saying, don't talk about Makeleni because it's hearsay. I never heard Baloyi saying, don't talk about Buthelezi, hearsay. Don't talk about Mr. Ngache Senior, hearsay. I've never heard of him, but now he wants to talk about hearsay every day. Hell no. I love what Mnisi did. He crushed them to an extent that Baloyi was quiet the entire day. We had a peaceful day. There was no squatting of him getting in up and down, trying to shush them. There was nothing. He sat there because Mnisi dealt with them. Yes, the things that he did. And now I'm still mad, Mos Baloyi, ever since yesterday regarding the DNA issue. I will never look at Baloyi. The little respect that I had for him, it went out of the window because hell no. Are you trying to tell me you went to vets, you started law degree, and you became an advocate, and you're gonna come here and talk about XY chromosome and X chromosome? Yay! And then tell me it's mixed DNA, but you have a degree, and this is something that you learned class year biology in high school, and you are. He made me mad. I'm mad. I'm mad for that. I am still mad at that. So whatever comes off his mouth, I go mad because I'm already Xhosa, by the way. And then he's gonna drive me crazy for crying out loud. I'm still mad for that. I'm really, really mad at Baloyi. So Jay, anything that comes out of, because I'm giving him an S look whenever I'm like, I S you when I look at you, Baloyi. I S you when I look at you. I'm giving you an S, Kesan. I'm S'ing you when I look at you. I'm like rolling my eyes there because of you. Because what do you mean that someone is a judge and someone else is an advocate, and then they want us to discuss a matter of a grade 11, 12? Really? About the chromosomes now, which we learned in high school, all of us. I'm mad when it comes to that. Now back to what we were talking about. Guys, listen. Umnisi crushed Gininda. Umnisi killed his confidence, including Baloyi's one for the day. And then Umnisi rubbished the entire nonsense of triple hearsay. He ridiculed all of them with their hearing and what, and understanding and comprehension of things, selective hearing and understanding, selective comprehension. He was like, I'm here for it. I'm going to deal with you. And then he even made them question their own competency in matters that are important. Matters of importance, he made sure you get to question them, because now when I look at Baloyi, I will never look at him the same. As for Gininda, it's been long there. Baloyi not Judge Rata. After that chromosome situation yesterday, I'm traumatized. I thought they have traumatized me, but yesterday was worse. It was the worst thing I've seen. Embarrassment, to say the least. And then judge was sitting there not saying anything at some point here. He was like, I'm busy yesterday. But when he started talking, I was like, not you two. Not you two. You are disturbing my peace, sir. What are you doing? That yesterday, it made me mad. I'm still mad to get to Gininda for that and Baloyi. And then it was the worst day. When Umnisi started speaking Isingesi, when Umnisi started speaking English, saying that clearly, this Mpekiseni person is not even the originator of this hearsay. And then he started speaking big words of Isingesi. When he started speaking English, he said, trajectory, trial of hearsay, trajectory, trail of hearsay, trail, not a trial, trail of hearsay. And then he said, hearsay is not admissible, my lord. And then he said, the statement carries no value. And I was like, shut up, sit down. Nisiwemvula, sit down, we are done with this. And then Amathemba kaGininda were like, down the drain, just like that. Mathemba Waike, down the drain, just like that, because what is this? Umnisi dealt with him, crushed him, it was like he was crushing a fly or a cockroach today, and his confidence was like, the energy of Gininda died there when Mnisi said that, and the judge was like, this we will discuss at the end of the case. I won't forget. Mnisi was like, I pray that I don't forget. And Gininda's hopes were like, and that's what's going to happen when this judge actually tells him, actually, JJ and HH, your pillar of strength, they are not going to work here. They ain't flying, just like this one is not flying. There's a lot of things that are not flying. The firearm evidence is not flying because Mangena initially wrote a statement and said that when he collected it, it was on an open bag. And then the cell phone evidence that is supposedly putting accused number 3 in false Lorasi, it shows accused number 3 and the pictures that are in that phone of accused 3, 4, and 5 are saying they were at George Koch around 5 o'clock. So adding 2 hours, that's the same time the incident was happening. So they must not dare. That also is falling down. The other thing that is making it fall down, that is out the window, is also the firearm, because the process of entering, of taking the firearm to the lab is also not make sure it's very wrong. There's no paperwork for it. And then what else was... So the hearsay evidence. Now, this statement, the other statement that needs to see the window, it's a Zungu statement, because we can't have Zungu saying that his father said all of this nonsense, this triple hearsay, whereas Zungu at some point told the court that he was with the accused on that day. Which one is which? Which one is this one? Which one happened? Were you with the accused? You know for sure. You saw the newspapers, etc., etc., or your father had a dispute in that family, in those families in KZN. What exactly happened? How did we get into this entire situation? Tell us. That's the other evidence that needs to get thrown out. I don't know what are your thoughts, but me personally, I'm happy. I enjoyed today's proceedings, and I say Hunchu to Advocate Mnisi. Shapuke guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your evening and you enjoy everything that comes with it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. And Kosika Kelo, bye bye. Mwah.